right, boys and girls? So we have a couple of more sounds to learn today. And it's another exciting day because we learn another superstar letter sound, which I love those days because the more superstar letters we learn, the more words that we can build and spell and read, and it's just so fun. Okay, so let's get started because, like I said, I gotta keep my videos kind of short because my computer's mad at me. So a few days ago, I taught you letter M, and letter N, And where did I say that letter M and N? Where is that sound coming from when we make that sound? Right, it's coming out of our noses. That's right. So there is another sound that we're going to learn today that also comes out of our noses. Yeah. And it's a peculiar little sound, but we love it just the same. This, boys and girls, is the sound ing. Can you say that? Ing. Try it again. Ing. You gotta put a smile on your face. You gotta show me your beautiful pearly white teeth, right? And you gotta go ing. Yes, there we go. Ing. Here's the story of ing and why it makes that sound. Letter N was walking along and got in front of G, right? The little girl G. And G, as you know, likes to drink grape juice. Well, he, letter N, asked, "Can I have a sip of your grape juice?" And she said, "Sure." And so she shared her grape juice with N. And he was making such a weird noise when he was drinking it. He was making a sound, right? But she makes her own sound too. So she took her hand and put it on his nose. And when she did that, it went ing, ing, ing. So instead of and you take those two sounds together and you get ing. Do it. Ing. And touch your nose. Now, if you don't believe me that this sound comes out of your nose, plug your nose completely, tight, and then make the sound. It doesn't sound very good, does it? No. And your nose gets filled up with air. Yep, because your tongue is blocking off the back of your throat because of the g sound. Remember, say g, you can feel your tongue back there. Our voice is on. And now, here's the best part about ing. Is ing has a partner letter, but it's a partner letter not so much for the reasons about what we do with our mouths that are the same, but because when you read the sound ing in words, there's always going to be this letter right next to it. So it will look like this. I-N-G. I hope I don't have that backwards. My camera is reversed over here, so my left and right are all messed up. I-N-G. Every time you hear ing in a word, the I is always going to be next to ing. And I'm going to tell you I's story in just a minute. Okay? Now I just want to show you some examples. Now I already read to you. Where'd it go? I already read to you Camp Ing Spree with Mr. McGee. Do you see the I-N-G? Okay? And then in a little while, you're going to read the napping house. Say napping house. Look it, there's an I, there's an N, there's a G. I know it's funny looking lettering. Don't pay attention to that. You're going to see that all the time. That's called font, where the way that the writers wrote the letters, it just looks different on all kinds of print. I know, but it's still a weird looking I, an N, and a G. Again, that squiggly G. And there's all kinds of ing words in this book. Snoozing, sleeping, slumbering. Okay? So, that's why I picked this book today. So, letter I is a famous basketball player. Yep, and he's a superstar letter. All right? And he's in a big game. He's in a big game, and the score is 40-40. But if he makes this next point, his team wins. And he is so excited. Now, see his dot above his head? See, I always has a little dot. Lowercase I always has a little dot above its head. See? See? It looks like a basketball. And his mouth has a net coming out of it, right? And everybody is cheering. These are his biggest fans ever. N and G are his best friends in the whole wide world. And they're saying, get the ball in. Okay? Get the ball in. So I says okay? Say that with me. I says all right? Get the ball in. All right? So, here's ing, and these guys are best friends. They're always together. So when we see the sound ing in words, and someday when we learn to write a word that has ing in it, you need to remember that letter I is always with his best friends, except, of course, when he's at the game. Letter I sometimes goes off by himself. The N and G can never, ever be in a word without I. Okay? So when they're working, I is working with them. Okay? But sometimes I works alone. We'll learn that later. All right? So ing. Say ing. Ing. If we're going to write a word and we need ing, we make sure that we put I. Ing. Okay? All right. I'll see you in a little bit, probably for another read aloud. Bye.